we still couldn't get a player that could creatively create a pass for the market striker you signed during the season. So I'm beginning to wonder, what were they teaching them? What are the tactics that we're deploying during the preseason? Because I believe that for a coaching setup that knows what they are doing, by now we should have at least 3 systems of play. When you go into a game with a tactics and you see that your opponent is trying to counter what you brought in, the best thing you do is change. You can tweak it with a player, changing a player or bringing in 2 players. In our case, wow. I thought I didn't really make a mistake. He learned very well from Arsene. During Arsene days, Arsene will wait on 10 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go to bring in, make a change. When you know things are going wrong, is it that they're expecting a miracle? I don't seem to understand. The negatives in that game against Liverpool are so numerous that it is difficult for me to really know which to say and which to leave. Now, on the other part, you didn't allow Trossard to go on a transfer or go to another club side. You increase the salary and you allowed him to stay. Trossard would have been a better fit into that game yesterday. What I was expecting Arteta to have done is bring in a Trossard for Martinelli and bring in a Berichez for Merino. Merino was just basically running around the pitch yesterday, not doing anything. In fact, Chris Kavanagh for the first time failed to give a yellow card. Well, this referees in England say, what is their problem? When you are supposed to do the right thing, they don't do it. Merino was supposed to be issued a yellow card for diving inside the box when nobody touched him. It was just wasted time. And yet you play 3 defensive midfielders. Liverpool were just carving through our midfield like bread and butter. I don't understand. The only team that stood up for me yesterday were the defenders. When Saliba got injured in the 5th minute, I'm talking about the positive side. When Saliba got injured in the 5th minute, I was like, okay, I was confident of the fact that Mosquera was coming to do a human's job. But when the guy came in, he slid in like you wearing a perfect shoe. Played well. I didn't even remember that Saliba was not in the game. So, why? Anyways, now talking about the positives. Kudos to Christian Mosquera. Thank you very much for showing up in a top match that you are a remarkable player. Okay, kudos to Berichez. But Berichez, you would have taken more glory by taking a shot quickly. I'm sure you would have scored because you've got the ability to take shots from that point. Anyways, I wouldn't blame you because that notch was enough to even push you off your radar. You should have taken a shot next time. Just go and take on the glory. Then, Madueke, thank you very much for being direct, showing us that we are not going to miss Bukayo Saka for too long. Now, the other aspect is the Trojan on the pitch. Somebody that should have been our captain. Talking about Gabriel Magalhaes. Thank you very much. The way he marshaled, played, even when Salah wanted to go on the counter, he just knows how to nullify those movements. Zubimendi was also top-notch, even though he gave away the free kick that led to the goal. But one guy that had a blip was Raya. How would Raya be playing such comical errors every game? He started this is comical error in the Premier League and he consolidated it against Real Madrid in the Champions League, giving those half passes that can even lead to a player sustaining injury while trying to defend it. Why? Your brain should tell you when to go long and when to go wide, when to go short. Why? Either you go wide or you go long or you play short. These are the options that you have. Why insisting in playing those nervy passes that can cause issues for you? Because if you have a team that knows how to close down on an opponent, there is no way you will survive it. Now, coming to talk about the positives of the team. Again, I just need to look at it that our defenders did creditably well, and you cannot take that away from them. Raya, too, was on top of his game because there were some places that there was a particular flick that Mohamed Salah had when he couldn't pass Califiori, but he just flicked the ball. Salah is a typical professional. He knows when to capitalize on little opportunity that you give him. So that flick of a pass, if he had passed Raya, that would have been a clean goal. And the other one that got me upset during the game was your team is losing. Timber is on the floor, insisting that the Liverpool player should come and pull him up, even when the guy walked away from him. I mean, who does that? We need to have some level of leadership on the pitch. When you have all-round leadership on the pitch, you see that everybody are thinking towards the same direction. You are playing when the game is like 7 minutes plus at that time. You're on the floor. You should, every second means a lot to you. I didn't expect that from Timber because he wanted the player. What is it that you're trying to tell him that he's a small boy, or you're trying to, run down the time? You are losing and you're sitting on the floor waiting for somebody to come and pull you up when you could have easily stood up, and yet you stood up yourself. I didn't see that as something that is a remarkable thing. Now, overall, I think Arteta should be facing the jury for the nonsense he did at Anfield. That kind of deployment of tactics should never happen again. If we fail to win the Premier League this season, then it means that he doesn't know what he's doing. I recall 2016-2017 Premier League season. Antonio Conte came to the Emirates and Arsenal defeated his team, by 3-0. He went back to Stamford Bridge, tweaked his team with a 3-5-2 formation. He went unbeaten. He went there, yes, he had some draws, he lost some matches, but he won the Premier League in a solid way. That is what I expect from Arteta going forward. This international break should be a break that will enable him to tweak his team in such a perfect way. I've not been comfortable with the way Arsenal has been playing since the season began. The match against United, where we could not muster 3 passes. United did not allow us to breathe. Yeah, we scored through a Navy set-piece goal, gifted to us by Bayinda. But yes, a goal is a goal. The truth be said, we've not been playing well. Against Leeds, yes, we could see some fluidity of play. You played a Wale Reader, came and enjoyed himself, did a lot of things very well. Why did you bench him? If you don't want the player, why did you renew his contract? Why did you extend his contract? Why did you not send him on loan? I mean, you are playing with a handbrake like you were scared, like you don't have the personnel to deploy the tactics you want to. I don't understand. Mikel Arteta, look, one good word is good for you. Just open your ears and listen very well. In as much as I've been supporting you on this issue, if you fail to win the Premier League title, you should be sacked. It is criminal and fraudulent of you to go to Anfield and play with the handbrake. As I come your way again, don't forget that this is Arsenal Fans Beat. Follow us on all our social media handles as we keep on bringing you rave of good news and good content. Until then, it is come on, you Gunners.